Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to your yearly forecast for 2022. So, almost every one of the signs has gotten a movie so far this month. So, my guides have been giving me movies as metaphors to convey some significant message for either the week or the monthly. And for Capricorn, it came up in their yearly forecast. So, Aquarius, yours came up in the yearly forecast. And it's very interesting because it actually took me a second to really understand what the movie was and what they're showing me. And when I tuned into your energy today, I started hearing music. I started hearing music from the 1920s. And it was like swing music. And it was very upbeat. And it sounded like we were at a party. And then they said Gatsby. So I think your movie is The Great Gatsby. And it also took me a second to kind of understand what the metaphor was here for you as well. And one of the biggest, of course, I think most obvious symbolism of that movie is success and having more than enough to indulge and to enjoy yourself, enjoy your life. And I think that there's also some I don't know, I guess I could say warnings, not really warnings, but just something to be mindful of going into this year as you have a very successful year. Because I feel like a lot of you are on your right path. And when you're on that right path, you're going to start experiencing abundance in all forms. You're going to start, meeting a whole bunch of new people, lots of new friendships, relationships, connections, networking, money, wealth, prosperity. I'm hearing being able to afford things you've never been able to afford before. They just gave me that right now. And it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be great in that area. So with that metaphor of The Great Gatsby is to be mindful also of, I'm hearing, the company that you keep. So it's like some people in your life may not be entirely genuine, or they may not have the best of intentions. So kind of making sure that the quantity in your life also matches the quality. So the people that are in your life, making sure that they're loyal, genuine, and they have your back. So that's kind of like the message here, but there were a couple of more messages here. Another one was that this year there may be a focus, and I'm seeing that it may be on repeat. Like it may show up in various points throughout the year, kind of like this pink elephant in the room, something that we may not be acknowledging or looking at or noticing, but it's like a theme that's going to keep coming up for you to pay attention to, or for you to notice. And it'll be like this one thing in your life that's missing. Like for example, for the story, The Great Gatsby, it's like he has all of so much, right? Like he's abundant. He has more than enough in his life, but it's like there's this one thing, this unrequited love that is missing in his life. And it's like the one thing he feels that will complete the whole picture. So it's kind of like, and for you, Aquarius, it may not necessarily be love, but it will be, an attention will be brought to where is the missing piece, or what is the missing thing that I would need to complete my life or to complete the whole picture for me that's uniquely resonant with you. So I think that this year is also going to be about wholeness, like what does it mean for me to live a life that feels like I'm whole? What am I missing? Where is it that I feel like I still don't have that, or I would really love to have that? And I think that it's going to be a highlight there. That quality is going to be just as important as quantity this year. And you're going to really tune into that. That's going to be something that you prioritize, that what you do with what you receive from the universe is going to matter just as much. So Let's get into your yearly forecast. So what I'm going to do is pull out a tarot card for each month, and then I'm going to do 1 month at a time, just to keep it organized. So I'll pull out a card for the month, and then I will also do a clarifying card, and then we'll just go from there. So let's start with January for Aquarius 2022. Oh my gosh, you have to be kidding me. Okay. The Empress, which is abundance. This is being able to create, being powerful enough to create what you want in your life, being able to manifest. I'm hearing manifest. Very, very abundant month. Not even an abundant year, Aquarius. It's an amazing year for you in terms of abundance. And this is also about standing in your power. This is also about standing strong. I see you in January, Aquarius, being I'm hearing the word vocal. So some of you may be really using your voice in the month of January, or your expression, like the throat chakra. So even if you're not in a career or in a field or doing something that's necessarily using your voice, it's just your expression, how you express yourself. So it could be through your art. It could be through a talent or a gift that you're expressing out into the world. And remember, it doesn't have to be artistic. So think outside the box is what I'm hearing. So some of you, when I say expression or art, creation or those kind of words, it doesn't necessarily always have to be what we would see as artistic or creative. It's just a talent or a skill. Like for some of you, you have a talent or a skill in medicine, in the law, and in finances and accounting. Whatever it is, it's like your natural gift and talent will be recognized, and it will be wherever your strengths are. So they're showing me wherever your strength is going to get amplified. Yeah. So wherever it is that you uniquely shine in your life, it's like Spirit's going to put a major spotlight on it, and it's just going to grow into this big, beautiful, abundant tree. So hone in on where you are strong. Don't worry about where you're weak. Don't worry about your shortcomings, your flaws, where you're not enough, all of that kind of stuff. Focus on where you're strong, what you do have, what comes naturally to you, what comes easily for you, because it feels like there's something there that is being nurtured, and it's like Spirit is putting all this focus and energy. It's like this pinpoint focus on that one or two things that you're really, really good at. And because of that concentration and energy of focus on that one quality that you bring, it's going to bring this, it's just like growing and like overshadowing everything else. So very abundant month, and very, it's focused in on what you can bring, your qualities, your talents, your skills. And then they're telling me that the reason it's being highlighted is so you can see it clearly. It'll be just like so obvious that you can't even ignore it. And it'll be very clear with what direction that you're going to want to go in. The Empress here. Okay, let's clarify the Empress. Aquarius 2022. Oh, goodness. Beautiful. Okay. So Knight of Cups. So I feel like this is a new beginning, and also in your, I'm hearing new relationships. So this could also be in love as well. I feel like love is going to play a central theme for you as well this year. And I think that that's going to show up just differently for different people. But it's going to be a theme. It is going to be a theme, whether you want it or not. It's going to be a theme this year for you, Aquarius. And whether that's understanding the relationships that you're already in and having changes brought there. But it could also be new relationships coming in. It could also be, I'm hearing, a reprioritizing of what matters to you or what you value. You may find that there is a lot more clarity with what makes you happy or what really fulfills you from within, to help you live a life where you feel abundant. So for example, some of you, if you're in some dynamic or relationship, even in friendships, you might find yourself looking at them and being more honest with yourself about whether they are really if they kind of contribute to your life really in a way that is authentically resonant with you. If that makes sense. Like may start to look at certain dynamics or relationships with other people and seeing how sometimes they either do or they don't really match up with what you really value. And so you may start to take some necessary actions or adjustments there. Because I see you just being more honest with what speaks to your heart. And it's like you're not wanting to live, I'm hearing not wanting to filter what you really want anymore. Like you don't want to have to compromise. You don't want to have to pretend like you don't want something when you really do. So there's honesty here when it comes to relationships and what you're wanting for yourself. And there's also this honoring of yourself. I mean, that's what the Empress does. She honors herself. She values herself. And that's how she's able to create so much abundance in her life, is because she lives authentically. She embodies that. And so this is about you allowing yourself to embrace, what is it that I really want? And what is my heart asking for? It's a beautiful month in January. Really like this. Nice. Let's move on to February. Okay, February for Aquarius, 2022. Oh my gosh, you have to be kidding me. This is such a gorgeous reading so far. I love this. I hope this stays this way. Okay, so we have the Sun card. Amazing. I mean, this is like one of the best cards in the entire tarot deck is the Sun card. This is the card of happiness. This is the card of joy. So this is in February for you. This is the card of feeling like you are in your power. Is what I'm hearing. You are in your power. You are also centered within yourself. There's also like an energy of really knowing who you are and feeling like you found some place that really fits. It's like hitting bullseye. Yeah, this is that warm, comforting energy of life just blooming and an expression of abundance. I mean, we have the Empress and then we have the Sun. So honestly, I almost feel like I can stop the reading there because I don't know what more you would want from such a beautiful reading from that. But so right off the bat, we're starting off with such really nice, abundant energy here. So we have the Sun card in the month of February. Let's see what's coming up for the Sun. Let's clarify the Sun. February for Aquarius. I'm seeing a travel or a trip in February. Some of you may be going somewhere. Okay, and then I'm hearing finding something you were looking for. So there's something coming into your life in February that will make you very happy. I know that sounds very generic, but that's what they're showing me here. Okay, what else about the Sun for Aquarius? Clarify the Sun for Aquarius. Okay. It's like I'm hearing a wish fulfilled. This is not the Star card, but I'm hearing like a wish fulfilled and something that will really help you to feel confident in moving forward. So in February, you also might experience a boost of energy as well. So you may feel like more motivated, more confident, more in your power. You know, it's like you're feeling good. So you're feeling like you can do anything. You're feeling like you can apply for those jobs, or you can put yourself out there more. Not afraid to show your face, not afraid to show your talents, your skills, your abilities, not afraid to ask someone out is what I heard. So some of you may be extending out, just like in the Knight of Cups, extending out an offer to someone. Like you're feeling confident and you feel like luck is on your side. So that's going to be, it might kind of set you up to take some chances and some risks that you might not have done before. The Sun. Wow, yeah. See, look at that burst of energy. We have the Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands charges full on ahead towards his passions. He has a lot of energy and he uses that energy to push him forward. I'm also hearing that it's like he doesn't really think too much about what could go wrong. You know, he doesn't really hold himself back by overthinking things. He's an action energy. He just goes on ahead. And sometimes that works in his favor, sometimes it doesn't. But paired with the Sun card, it's pretty positive. I mean, this is kind of like the green light, the go ahead. So I feel like there are some positive movements forward, especially in if some of you have a business. I'm hearing that there's going to be some significant, I'm hearing advances. I don't know what that means, but advances in business in February. So maybe there may be more sales, an opportunity to really grow and expand, perhaps collaborations with others. If you have like your own brand or your own business, something like that. I'm also seeing that there's like an expansion in a company. So if some of you work for a company, it's like the company is growing and expanding, and it's opening itself to be able to offer more people more jobs. So that's going to be really exciting. So if some of you I'm seeing that if some of you have been out of a job in February, they may come across a company that's expanding or growing, like adding on a new department. This is so specific. Adding on like a new department. And so having that new department will allow you to be able to get a job. So that may work for some of you. So keep an eye out for that. But it feels like jobs are opening up in February, something like that, where there's like more options. It's like easier to find one. I'm also hearing lax. So it's almost like lax on restrictions, something like that. So it's like open for more people now. And so some of that pressure is going to some of that stress and pressure will go down. And then I'm also seeing in general, they're showing me this in generally, like not just for Aquarius, but they're showing me that more people will feel more relaxed and able to like do stuff again, or to like spend. I'm seeing in general, like spending will go up because more and more people will feel like they have enough to spend on. They're basically showing me that the economy will get better, but I don't know. I mean, I usually don't try to focus on that because that's not a strength of mine in terms of readings, but I'll stop that there. But they're kind of taking me in that direction. So work seems really good here, and progress and growth in terms of work feels like a really good time in February. Okay. Okay, let's go into March. Okay, what does March look like for Aquarius? Son of Cups. So I heard someone special. So in March, some of you may meet someone special. Again, this is like a love offering. This is someone coming in with something valuable to offer, is what I'm hearing. And so this may not always necessarily start off as romantic. This may be a friendship that turns into something romantic, but there's something special about this card. There's a special energy with it. Like something valuable, it's almost like something that, again, what is missing? Like back to the story of The Great Gatsby, it's like, what's that one thing he's missing in his life to make him feel happy? He has all of this around him, all of this abundance and wealth and, able to throw these lavish parties every night. But there's that one thing that's missing in his life. And so it kind of feels like there's this focus on that. What is that one thing that's missing in your life? It doesn't have to be love, but love does seem to really want to make itself known this year in general too, because it was just coming up for me as I was tuning into the energies of this next year in general for everyone. And love seems to be really playing a role. And this could just be, and love in different ways, romantic love, a love within family, love within friends, love for our community, for the world, for ourselves, for the divine. It's love in all forms. And so it's like opening up our hearts to love and what that means for us. But also for some of you, it does really feel like in the month of March that there's someone special. And this could be, I know it's a Son of Cups, but it doesn't have to be, there's no, like gender, it's not gender specific. So, but someone kind of coming in that stands out from the rest. Something special, something unique, and one of a kind is what I'm hearing for March. Something one of a kind. Let's clarify this. Son of Cups. Clarify the Son of Cups for Aquarius. And so something that I'm hearing that, so for some of you, they are bringing me to romance here. So for some of you who are looking for, romance or a romantic partnership, in the month of March, this feels like someone, you could know this person. It could be someone returning, or it could be someone new. But what they're showing me is it's someone that kind of like they have something that no one else has. It could be a trait, a quality, or just like this feeling that you have around them. But it's something that they have that no one else has. And it's like no matter who you're with or where you go or what you do, you always find yourself coming back to this one person because they have like that thing about them that no one else can have. It's like irreplaceable. And maybe for some of you, it's someone that's been in your life who has that and you're recognizing that. So it could go in that direction too. Let's clarify the Son of Cups for Aquarius. Ooh, okay. Interesting. The Devil. Okay, so what I'm hearing is with the Devil card, this card comes with the energy of attachments and the ego and being in our own way. So what I'm hearing for some of you is what is it that sometimes where we get in our own way from being able to recognize this energy of the Son of Cups? Because it's almost like some things could be right in front of you, or they're present in your life, or they're coming, but being mindful of not sabotaging opportunities or not sabotaging offers. Because this feels new. This feels like something new, and it's like being offered to you and then not recognizing it or seeing it because we might be attached to past experiences, might be attached to past pains, even like programming, being afraid, getting in our own way. And it almost kind of feels like it has this self-protection to it with the Devil card, being stuck in that space of fear where we can't open ourselves up to we can't open ourselves up to something that is genuine or real, or, being able to see the reality of something that's there or that's being presented to us. So in March, it's what I'm hearing is take a deeper look at something before you decide, before you make any kind of decision. Like take some time to think about it and really find an answer to either an opportunity or to a relationship or a love offer with some clarity, and come from a place that's really centered in what you really want. Like being able to, they're showing me like separating things into piles. So like knowing if something is coming from pain or from a place of woundedness or from past experiences, or is this coming from like a genuine place of love and compassion and authenticity and realness? So in the month of March, you may be asked to kind of really dissect or think about something carefully before you react. So this is about, with the Devil card also, this is about having like holding back before you say something, or holding back before you react, because it may not be what you think it is. It could be knowing if something is a trigger or if something is real, like it's being able to decipher between the two. So I would say in March to approach whatever comes your way, like just take a second before you decide. And we'll leave it at that. Okay, April. Aquarius, 2022. Father of Swords. So the Father of Swords comes in with a lot of discernment is what I'm seeing. Okay, so you may be noticing something or seeing something in April that will cause you to make some significant decision. Noticing something, making a decision, just deciding on what's best for you. Making an executive choice is what I'm hearing. So you might be called to make an executive choice about something that's been on the fence or has been in progress or on delayed or put on the shelf for a while is what they're showing me. Like something's been put on the shelf. So in April, it may need your attention, something needing your attention. And you're going to be using your wisdom, your wit, your sharp wit is what I'm hearing. Using your sharp wit for making a choice or a decision. It kind of feels like it's work related, or it could even be, I'm seeing a home, some kind of project with the home. If some of you own a home, it's like some kind of, it looks like a legal contract or some kind of paperwork. Oh, interesting. Okay. Hierophant. Okay, big decisions is what I'm hearing. Yeah. And it's interesting because I did feel legal contracts, paperwork. So in April, you may have to deal with some legal matters, basically, is what I'm seeing. Because the Hierophant sometimes shows up. It shows up in anything that has to do with any form of like tradition or big organizations or like dealing with like an institution. And sometimes it's religious institutions, or it could be, you know, like a corporation. It could be marriage. But there's something legal, like legal matters here in the month of April. So that may kind of play a role in, and it feels like it's coming from like you're being asked to make a decision, or because you made a decision about something, there's like some legal thing that's coming into play. But it feels like you're coming from a logical place. Like you're not making this decision from an emotional space, because this is not like the Queen of Cups or even the Queen of Wands. Honestly, it's like it's something that's very well thought out, very practical. And I'm hearing the word prepared. So I'm hearing that you're prepared for this. So it doesn't feel like it's overwhelming. I think that it's like you're ready. It could be something that you've been kind of debating too. You've been kind of like thinking about it for a while. And so in April, there may be some kind of major decision that's coming up that has something that will involve, a tradition or something having to deal with an organization or an institution in some form. Like if this is a business, or like let's say you're choosing to close down a business or start a business, then you have to fill out the right paperwork. And now you're bringing that into the picture. Or if this is choosing to get married or choosing to leave a relationship, it may be something that you're having to, deal with there may be some legal matters there. So that is going to come into the picture in the month of April. But it feels like you're prepared. It feels like you're ready for it. I'm not seeing with the Father of Swords, they're very logical, practical, very grounded in reality, understands the repercussions of something, has thought something through very well, very wise. I mean, that owl comes in very wise, and has like kind of knows what they're doing. You might also some of you might also meet someone who is a Father of Swords type of energy. So for some of you, it could be even a lawyer you're working with a lawyer. I got that energy all of a sudden. So some of you may be working with a lawyer who has this Father of Swords energy. So someone who, brings those qualities to the table can help you through any kind of legal matters or something like that, because they're very knowledgeable, or they know how to maneuver or work around something. So I kind of feel like some of you may encounter, or someone who is a Father of Swords energy may, enter into your life to help you through something. And some of you may be just embodying that energy of Father of Swords and needing to make some executive decisions and choices around some kind of issue, or not. It doesn't even have to be an issue. It's just something having to face. Okay. So that's April. Let's go into May for Aquarius. 2022. I'm hearing new beginnings. So like a new start in May. Oh my goodness. The Devil again. And it's interesting. I was actually looking at the Devil when I was shuffling. We have the Devil again. I think Aquarius in May, what I was hearing was, when I was looking at the Devil, was kind of facing what we are not wanting to look at. Like, where are we, where might we be kind of lying to ourselves about, or not being entirely honest about something, or telling ourselves the truth. Like, what are we not wanting to look at, or what are we not wanting to see? So I feel like that is also going to be something that comes up for you multiple times this year, is making sure. It's almost like this year, the energy seems to be keeping you right in alignment with your integrity. So it's almost like wherever there is resistance or not wanting to look at something, it's almost like this year the universe is not going to let you do that. It's going to challenge you to be honest and to look at what we're avoiding or what we're not wanting to look at. And it's going to keep coming up until we acknowledge it, is what it kind of seems like. And that's what this Devil card is. It's not sometimes the Devil could be, addictions, but I don't know. I think this is more about what are we not wanting to look at because of our fears. And sometimes how that shows up in the way we avoid the truth will be, specific to each person. But I feel like in May, this is another call to truth. This is another call to making sure that we're being honest with ourselves. Let's clarify the Devil here in May for Aquarius. Clarify the Devil, Aquarius, May 2022. Oh, wow. Star. Very interesting. 2 major arcana cards, too. So May seems like it's a pretty significant month, actually. So I'm hearing that your dreams, what you're hoping for, and what you really want for your life. Again, where are we holding ourselves back? So in May, there may be something that comes up. I'm hearing like, maybe a form of resistance or something where we hold ourselves back from pursuing what we want, or being able to accept and receive some of the gifts that are coming our way. So self-sabotage. And sometimes self-sabotage can be an addiction in itself, or dependency on others, or attachments to things that, that's just what we're used to, but it could be in the way of what we want. So this is almost like how do we get in our own way, and making sure that we don't do that in the month of May, because I feel like there's so much coming towards you. And this year, Aquarius, is all about you being allowing yourself to receive and to accept all the beautiful gifts that are coming your way, and being able to do away with a lot of the habits or programming that have always held us back. And now what I'm seeing is in May with the Star card is you may actually experience some triumph here with the Devil. So, okay, so what they're showing me is that in, what is this, March will, something is going to get presented, like some kind of habit, attachment, dependency, however that shows up for you, something will kind of be brought to light, something that needs to be released, healed, something in the shadow that will come up. And I think in May, there may be some triumph over it, you know, overcoming it and being able to finally put it down so we can change the trajectory for ourselves. So I really feel like in May, you're taking control of this. There's something that you're overcoming, especially with the Star card, which is just so beautiful. I love that that came up for you to clarify the Devil card. So this is you conquering your fears, conquering your attachments, conquering those things that have held you back for a long time. So May actually feels like a really powerful, strong month of you overcoming things that might have held you back for a very long time. And it's like a wish come true. I also feel like with the Star card, it will help you to feel hopeful. And I feel as though it will help you to feel optimistic about your own abilities. You know, you'll be able to prove to yourself and show yourself, oh, look at what I'm capable of. Look at what I can do. I overcame this. I never thought I would overcome this, but now look what I did. So this is a powerful month in May. I feel like you're going to experience some inner success, like success around some inner struggle, or there's growth here. There's triumph over here. So I like May. It's a powerful month in terms of your growth and being able to show that to yourself. Okay, let's go into June. For Aquarius, 2022. What does June look like for Aquarius, 2022? Seeing trips, travel, hiking. Oh, wow, beautiful. Oh, this is so gorgeous. I told you love was going to come up a lot for you guys, Aquarius. I just kept feeling it. Or relationships, partnerships. So I'm hearing deepening. Some of you, I did see trips. So some of you may be taking trips to kind of reconnect. I'm seeing like a reconnection. So for those of you who are in a relationship or in a partnership, June may be a good month for reconnection. So, and I kept seeing trips. So maybe taking a trip. So for those of you who are looking to reconnect or feeling like, you know, the passion is dying down or the flame needs to be reignited, that kind of thing. June may be a good month to maybe go somewhere, take a little trip and kind of reignite that flame. So I see some of you doing that, and it may just really help to refresh that energy there. I'm also seeing partnerships here in terms of, you know, could be like, I know Two of Cups is usually not a card. It's not like a friendship or a business partnership card, but I really did see business partnership. So some of you may be working with someone or coming together with someone of like mind, and it kind of feels like there is a possibility for it to flourish into something else. So in June, you could be coming into some kind of connection with someone who will, like it starts off as a friendship or it starts off as a work partnership, but then it kind of turns into something else. But it does feel like it's significant, you know, because Two of Cups usually comes up as like-minded souls or like souls, mirror souls. So it's very much in line with the same path, you know, there's like a destiny to the Two of Cups. They're destined to be together or destined to come together to do something together or have some kind of relationship. So it's fated. So that's going to come up. That's going to play a significant role in the month of June. But I see you being very happy and excited for it. It doesn't feel like something you're dreading or not liking. The energy feels good and it feels like it's divinely guided. And I'm also hearing that for those of you who are eager for this, don't worry. I'm hearing that trust in divine guidance of how things are meant to turn out the way they are the way they are meant to turn out. And that if something is meant to be, Spirit will make sure that it will be. That, because I'm hearing like there's this, oh my God, how am I going to make that happen? Or what do I do to get to that place to meet this person or meet this connection or have this connection in my life? And I'm hearing surrender. Just surrender it. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, and you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And that there's plans that we're not always completely aware of, because we're only aware of what we're doing, right? Like from our perspective, we can't always see, even as a psychic or even as a tarot reader. I mean, we can't always see like everything, right? We just get glimpses into the energy of what's coming up. And so like the divine is kind of pointing to the fact that, you know, that it's there's so much more behind the scenes than what we know. So of course it's going to be foggy to us. We're not going to really know how something comes in, but just to have trust and faith and that you're doing the right things at the right time, and to just trust your instincts and just kind of keep doing what you're doing. And then the orchestration of how something comes together, leave that to Spirit, is what I'm hearing. So surrender is going to be very helpful here, and to not worry. Don't put worry behind how something is going to happen. Let's clarify the Two of Cups here. Let's clarify the Two of Cups for Aquarius in the month of June. I'm hearing you've known each other before. So that could be a past life connection. I heard that really strongly. You've known each other before. And maybe that there's, there'll be that energy between you two when you meet, like familiarity. You've known each other before. Or it could just be someone you've known before. Okay, clarify the Two of Cups for Aquarius, please. We have two cards here. Okay, so for some of you, we have the Eight of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is something where you may meet someone and you may kind of be a bit standoffish, or vice versa. I think that there's a lot to think about. You may find yourself a bit on the fence because Two of Pentacles is also the card of balance. It's the card of needing to make sure that it's like you're thinking here with the Eight of Cups and Two of Pentacles. Sometimes the Eight of Cups it's not always just walking away because, you know, you're unhappy or... Oh, interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. So what they're showing me is they're bringing me back to The Great Gatsby, and it's like, what's that one cup that's missing? What's that one thing that's missing? And that's the Eight of Cups, you know? It's like he has all these other cups and he's missing that one cup. And then we have the two of Cups here, which is like finding that Two of Cups. So I almost kind of feel like finding what you were looking for in June. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. So finding what you were looking for. And for some of you, this is love. For some of you, this is a person. But I do see, so for the Two of Pentacles here, it's one or two things. One is I did sense this apprehension. So some of you may be just needing to think about something. It may be a lot to consider. Others of you, it could involve travel. It can involve, and Eight of Cups is also sometimes the card of travel as well, because he's kind of like going off in search of something. So there could be travel coming up here for you. It could also be that this person is at a distance and there is some travel needed to meet up. But feels like there's this really strong reunion or connection in the month of June. And it feels exciting. I like this energy. It feels exciting. So I feel like you're going to like June. I think it's going to be refreshing. It's going to be different. It may catch you off guard because I'm sensing kind of like needing to hold back a little bit. Like I see you needing to think. Like, I don't want to get carried away. I'm also seeing with the Two of Pentacles here that you making sure that you don't lose yourself in a relationship, like you're trying to balance, because Two of Pentacles is also the card of balance. So making sure that you still have time for yourself, that you still prioritize the things that are important to you, but then also wanting to bring this other energy into your life as well because it feels right. So however you navigate that will be specific to you, Aquarius, but that is what is coming up for you in June here. Very exciting. Okay, let's go into July. Okay, July for Aquarius, 2022. Okay, so we have the Justice card and we have the Hermit. Okay, so July feels like it's a month for some quiet time. I feel like in July, you may take some time for yourself. You may need to rest and rejuvenate. I'm also kind of seeing that you might be a bit tired and exhausted. I'm kind of feeling like you're needing to disconnect and just be with yourself a little bit here. Needing to rebalance. I'm really being drawn to the black and white cats. I think those are cats, yeah. The black and white cats on the Justice card. And it has this balancing, making sure that you are not expending too much of your energy on others or, even in towards your work, or something outside of you, but needing to rest and rejuvenate. So it feels like you might take this middle point in the year to recalibrate, to come back to yourself and really spend time with yourself. There's also, there's been I feel like there's a lot of energy coming in for you and a lot of changes, things leaving, overcoming, obstacles, and some just really beautiful, abundant energy also being brought into your life, maybe perhaps even a new love partnership. So I feel like in July, you may take some time to really, balance out that energies, because you may kind of feel like it's been shaking a little bit, but in all good ways, but it's change, and change sometimes we need to kind of recenter ourselves here. So in July, I feel like you may take some time to come back to yourself, come back to a place of comfort is what I'm seeing here. Recharge with the Hermit card. I'm also hearing that in July, some of you may come across some more spiritual wisdom. So you may grow spiritually in the month of July. So you may kind of uncover some new truths or really delve into expanding your knowledge and your wisdom around spirituality. That's coming in here as well. I'm also kind of feeling with the Justice card that there may be some kind of ending to some kind of something that's been going on for a long time. It's almost like there's a rebalancing energy with the Justice card. So if something has been unbalanced, there is something coming back into balance. And then you kind of needing to take some time to rejuvenate, recoup, and like recover from something that has been off balance for quite some time. Like, for example, what they're showing me is like if you have been, going through a divorce, then it's like it could, it's coming to like an end, like it's finally, everything is just settled and you just need some time to yourself and you just need some time to like get away from all of that energy and so you can start again in your life. So something like that. That was just an example. It doesn't have to be that. I'm just trying to give an example to what the energy I was feeling. But let's clarify this. The Justice and the Hermit for Aquarius in July. Okay. So 2 sevens here. So we have the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. So this is about you creating boundaries around, okay. This is around you creating boundaries around what you have built for yourself. So I feel like there may just be a lot of people in your space. You're very busy this year, and you have a lot of people that you're going to be coming in contact with, lots of connections, either business related, family related, and love on all fronts. And I feel like it may sometimes feel like it's a lot. And so in July, there may be this this need for you to reassess and kind of shut out everything and go to the drawing board and make sure that you are good. So you may be looking at your expenses and, kind of cross-checking, making sure that you have enough for the future, you have what you need. And the 7 of Wands is, setting boundaries. It's about making sure that, people don't overstep or they're not too intrusive into your space. So July kind of feels like it's this hermit mode. It's about needing to recalibrate, reassess, and just taking a second to making sure that everything is aligned is what you're going to be doing in July in a general sense. So, yeah. So July is going to be for you to come back to yourself. And that's going to be, and that will show up in many ways. It could show up financially. It could show up, energetically, just your energy in itself, or it could just be, just needing that quiet time. Okay. August for Aquarius, August 2022. What are the energies for August 2022? August 2022 for Aquarius. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Ace of Wands. So with the Ace of Wands, what I'm hearing is your ideas and your mind, your ideas, what you think, what you say, what comes from you or what's coming out of you is going to be really valued. With this is in August. And it's going to inspire you to keep going. It's going to inspire you to keep creating. So some of you may also have like some really great ideas, and it's like it almost kind of feels like you are creating from a place, like you're branching off from something you've already created, actually. So with the Ace of Wands is sometimes, a new path, a new journey. But here, what I'm seeing is something you've already created, something you've already established, something you've already done. And you're having some new ideas on how to grow or to expand or to, go to the next level from there. And what they're bringing me back to is in July, it will come from you taking time to yourself. So you have like all of this expansion and growth and wonderful new beginnings that are super abundant. And then in July, you may take some time to yourself to kind of recalibrate. And in that hermit mode, you may get some new ideas. You may get some more insights into, okay, how can I go from here? Where can I go from here? How can I keep going? So not resting on your laurels. It's going to be important for you to really almost like, they're telling me like, go back to the state of mind you were in when you created the first thing the first time around. So you're kind of going back. It's like even if you're a pro or you're a master. So they're telling me is even if you're a pro or you're a master, it will be good to always have that mindset of being a beginner, because then it's like you just have all these unlimited options of how to create new things. I don't know. That's what they told me. So however that resonates with you guys, but it's almost like needing to have this clean slate to have like a fresh perspective on some ideas that and it feels like it's something you've already done, something you've already created, and you're just like building from there. And what I'm hearing is acknowledgement, and I'm hearing that it'll be celebrated. So really great. It's like you just keep blooming and blooming and blooming because you're just aligned with your path. And it's flowing out of you and it's really natural. So it's like you'll have this Ace of Wands moment many, many times on this path, because one idea will flourish and then it'll be ready for the next great idea from there. So there's like this branching off energy in August here. Okay, let's clarify the Ace of Wands for Aquarius for the month of August 2022. Clarify the Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh. Wheel of Fortune. How beautiful is that? Oh no, they said put this one down too. Okay. 5 of Wands. So it could just be that this is competition. Maybe some of you are in a competitive field, or you are, some of you could just be in a very competitive field. But with the Wheel of Fortune there, I mean, it feels like you guys stand out. You know, you stand out. You have some idea or something that sets you apart from everybody else, where you're able to handle the competition. I'm not really feeling the 5 of Wands is there, but it almost kind of feels like this is really interesting. So they're showing me the 5 of Wands, and all these beings are holding up these wands. And then there's the Ace of Wands. There's like this one special wand, and it has all this light coming from it. So what they're showing me is that you have this Ace of Wands in your hand, and you are kind of battling with all these other wands. So it's like you have the thing that stands out. You have the magic wand in your hand. And so to trust what you have in your hand, and to go in that direction. And that is what will help you to turn things in your favor. Because the Wheel of Fortune is a turn of events. It's a turn of, because it's not always good luck. Sometimes it could go in the other way. But for you, I feel like this is good luck. This is a turn in good luck, a turn in things working out for you. Because again, you're in your right path. You're aligned with your right path. So it's going to naturally gravitate towards what wants to be expressed and created from you. So trust what you have in your hand is what I'm hearing within the month of August. So if you're coming across some competition in the month of August, trust what you have, trust in your own skills, your ability that you can do it. Don't doubt yourself, because that will help you to, again, elevate to the next level, or go to the next level of where you need to go, help you go to the next chapter. So not holding yourself back, or thinking or telling yourself that, oh my gosh, I'm coming across all these people who are also in this field, and do I really have what it takes? Well, the Ace of Wands says that you do. So it will turn out better for you. It will turn out well for you is what I'm feeling. Energy feels good, at least. So, okay. That's August. Okay. September for Aquarius. 2022. September for Aquarius, 2022. Okay, we have 3 cards here. September, okay. Very interesting. All right, so September, we have the 6 of Swords, 8 of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. I feel like it's like okay. So what I'm hearing is, you know, you may come across energies, and I don't know if this is people, or it could just be your thoughts. It could be just yourself, but it's almost as if, don't hold yourself back. There's like an energy here of keeping yourself from expressing, or not allowing yourself to have what you deserve. But I'm not seeing you doing that. I'm seeing you acknowledging that energy is there. So for some, it could be that so you could be around people, like maybe family or friends, or just people who don't want you to grow. They don't want to see you shine. See, like this chrysalis here, there's a beautiful butterfly inside, right? But then there's all these like swords around her that clearly don't want her to to bloom, don't want her to fly, don't want her to be the butterfly. But she's a butterfly, it's like she's beautiful and she should fly. So it's like that. Like don't hold yourself back. Don't cage yourself in from being you, from you flying, from you coming out of the cocoon and spreading your wings. Because there is an undertone in September to the, I'm looking for the right word, but in September, it's all about freedom. I'll make it simple. It's all about freedom in September, because 9 of Pentacles is the card of independence. It's the card of abundance. It's the card of luxury. It's the card of being able to indulge. But this is also about being able to have those things based off of your own hard work, based off of what you created for yourself, what you can do for yourself, and not limiting yourself because others don't want you to grow, because others don't want to see that in you. So you don't see it in yourself. That's what I'm seeing from the Eight of Swords here, is because others don't want you to own that, you're not owning it. But I see you coming out of that though, because we have the 6 of Swords here, and 6 of Swords is the card of coming out of rough waters and moving on to calmer waters. So the 6 of Swords is moving on. It's movement. It's getting out of this dark place. It's getting out of this stuck place. So September is about you facing maybe people or just energies or just programming in your mind, of probably programming from other people from the past. They may not even be in your life anymore, but it's just kind of ingrained in you. It's what you were taught. So this is about you coming out of this self-restricting idea that you're not allowed to be 100% you, that you're not allowed to shine, that you're not allowed to show the full extent of your skills and abilities because it somehow makes other people feel insecure and threatened. So this is you coming out of that and embracing this 9 of Pentacles. This is about you living life on your terms and being independent, because that's what you deserve. We all deserve that. So that's what September is going to be about. And it's going to it may come up for you in that way. So, but let's clarify this. Let's clarify these energies for September for Aquarius. Yeah. See, we have the Hermit mode here. So again, needing to reflect on this energy. That's what the Hermit card is. Getting to the bottom, getting to the truth of it. What is the truth that we're afraid to see? What is it that we're afraid to acknowledge about ourselves? So this is about getting unstuck. This is about freeing ourselves from this mental prison. Or this idea, it's like an invisible glass ceiling. Breaking through that ceiling. Where have we felt limited, or where have we felt like people told us we're not allowed to aim that high, or we're not allowed to go that high? I'm also seeing that some of you are kind of achieving a level of success that's unusual for maybe where you're from, or who you're maybe in your family. There's like a limit to, there's like this belief or a limit to how much we believed that we could achieve in our life. And you're kind of breaking those patterns. And that's where I'm kind of feeling like that's the 8 of Swords here. It's like, if you were taught, oh, we only go up to here, like our family doesn't do more than that. You never seen it. There's no example, and now you're doing it. And in a way, it's like others can look on with admiration, but at the same time, this person's the only person that did this, and I'm not sure how I feel about this. It kind of has that energy here. It's like breaking these patterns, breaking generational curses even. And reaching your own level of success and stability, and others maybe not really knowing how to react to that. But it's important that you are connected to your own inner truth, and understanding that the reason maybe others are reacting that way is not because of you, but because of just how they're programmed or how they see it. And they may not be able to just understand from just their own, growth. So however that applies to you, I feel like it's going to show up really differently for different people. So I'm just going to leave that there, but that's the energy of September. Okay, October. October for Aquarius, 2022. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Look at that. Father of Pentacles. So we go from the Nine of Pentacles here to the Father of Pentacles in October. So I'm hearing for you, Aquarius, that October may be where you're starting to make some new plans for, I'm hearing like long-term plans for the future. Because that's the Father of Pentacles, is generational wealth, long-term wealth, stability, security, being really almost like settled into your life. So I feel like in the month of August, there's like this energy of that life coming into form. And so it's almost like, and I feel like it's all happening pretty quickly. It's all happening pretty fast. I mean, within a year, it's a lot of changes and a lot happening. And so I think in October, there's going to be this energy of like, okay, I found where I belong. I found my thing. I found where I fit or what feels good to me. I found what is authentic to me. And I can finally rest easy. I can finally exhale. I can finally breathe. And I got really emotional when I said that. So I feel like that really resonated with someone. It's like being able to put down the pressure or the stress or like this worry of not really feeling like grounded in life. You know, always feeling like things just keep changing and I'm never really able to find where I fit or where I belong or what's really meant for me. And I feel like in October, you'll get this feeling or this sense that, okay, I found it. I found where I want to fit. I found where I want to settle. I think I can plant my roots here. You know, I can plant the seeds here and stay here forever. So that's the energy of October here. It's about longevity. It's about being settled. It's about being grounded, long term. However that shows up for you. It could be in a relationship, it could be in career, or just even a location. You know, you found this amazing place and you just want to live there for the rest of your life. So however you define that, however you define home for you, that's going to show up in October, the idea or the concept of home. And where is long-term for you, or what is long-term for you? Okay, let's clarify the Father of Pentacles for October. Knight of Swords. This is about, okay, so what I'm hearing is with the Knight of Swords is this is about going towards what this Father of Pentacles energy is embodying really fast and really quickly. So Knight of Swords is a really quick energy. It's kind of like in and out kind of thing. But it's like a flash. It's like a flash. It's almost sudden insight is what I'm hearing, like a sudden realization or a sudden insight. So in October, your intuition may really open up and you'll find clarity about, there's like some significant truth that comes in October for you, Aquarius. Yeah. And it'll be an insight or this flash of truth that gives you clarity about, you know, where do I belong? Or maybe what is the right field for me? Or what is it that I'm meant to do? The right path or the right person? You know, there's like this confirmation. There's a knowing that's coming in for you with Knight of Swords, like a quick message. And it could be a message that someone brings to you, news that someone brings to you, or it could be a message from spirit. It could be your own inner guidance. but I'm seeing a flash of insight and truth that helps you solidify or make a decision about what is authentic and true to you. Like, where is it? What is the path that you want to dedicate and commit yourself to? Because Father of Pentacles also comes in with that commitment. It's, it's long term. It's what it is. But making sure that it fits right. And so, because what they're also showing me that if it's something that doesn't fit right and we commit to it, it never really grows into what it could fully grow into. That's what they're showing me. And I've never really thought of that myself, actually. But that makes sense. It's like when it feels right, it grows to its full potential. It can really bloom and flourish. But if it's not exactly like, if it's off alignment in some way, it's almost like it just doesn't grow in the way that it could, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to leave that there, but that's October for you guys there. Beautiful. Okay. November for Aquarius. November 2000. Wow. Beautiful. New beginnings. November, a whole new chapter. I feel like in November, it's like your life is just going to look so different from how the year starts, because you're going to go through so many changes this year. And I feel like by the end of the year, you're just going to start off in I see you, like some of you are just going to be living in a completely different place. It'll be radically different from where you are right now for some of you. Because that's a Fool. The Fool is taking those risks and those chances. So in October, there may be an opportunity that gets presented to you for long-term success, abundance, security, and you take it. And it may require you to move. It may require you to really transition somewhere. And so in November, you have this whole new beginning. You're in this new place. You're taking this chance, this risk, but on something that's long-term. And it's the Fool card. Sometimes it shows up as, being able to trust in this new beginning, because sometimes we don't always know, how something is going to turn out. But the Fool card always comes with this energy of optimism, being willing to take chances, start again, start a new chapter, do something new, something different. I'm hearing that what is it? Can I have that again? The page, okay, the words haven't been filled in yet on the pages. They're showing me, they're bringing my attention to how in this image, almost kind of looks like a coloring book. And they're showing me how we haven't colored it in yet. In this, the antlers here, how his antlers are colored in. So it's the words on the pages haven't been written in yet. I think that's an expression, right? The lines, the words on the lines or on the line, something like that. That's what they're telling me. It's it's unwritten. So it's you can write this new chapter, this new book, however it is that you want to write, but it's unwritten. So it's you get this fresh new page, this new start, this new book, and you can write in it whatever you want to write in it. So it's the world is at your feet. You can create whatever it is that you want to create. So there's this opportunity there of nurturing something brand new with all this potential. Make it what you want to make it. Wow. Oh my gosh. And we have the Tower clarifying the Fool. So the Tower is a breakdown of what has no longer served you. It's breaking down foundations, that just are not, I'm hearing expired, something expired or something done, has run its course, stagnant. And again, I'm hearing suddenly, because I really felt this sudden energy with the Fool card too. Suddenly something starting, or you're suddenly in a new place or doing something different all of a sudden. Or something really fast happening. So with the Tower card also comes with this breakdown, something suddenly breaking down, or something suddenly ending. and being removed from our life so something new can start. So this is so interesting here because we have the Tower and the Fool. So November is going to be perhaps an intense month, but not always bad. I mean, sometimes it's like just things that have just run its course and it's ready to close the chapter. And it's just about, making those changes. And then so we can start anew. But November kind of feels significant here where there's an ending and obviously an ending and a new beginning. So that's pretty much what it is in a nutshell, is an ending and a new beginning for November. But I like the energy of the Fool. And with the Tower, it kind of feels like there's something that's long overdue. And I see you willingly. See, there's this these two figures, and they're falling very differently from the Tower. With the person on the left is what they're bringing me to is sometimes it's like the way I feel like other readers interpret these are different, but the way I'm seeing him today is it's like he's willingly kind of going straight to the bottom, because it's like it's like he's wanting to. I'm seeing him like wanting, like, yes, get me out of this tower because it's on fire. So he's more of like in a surrender place, like, oh, okay, this is happening. I'm just going to let go. And this one is more like what I'm seeing is willingly to just go straight to the bottom. It's like you're been really wanting to jump out of that tower. I don't know. That's what I'm kind of feeling. So I'll leave that part there. Okay, let's go into December. Okay, you have the Magician and you have the Moon. So Magician is all about creation. This is really beautiful because we have the Fool. You have the Fool, and the first stop on the Fool's journey is the Magician. And the Magician has the power and the wisdom and the knowledge to create anything it can. It's about manifesting all of your ideas and bringing them down into reality, creating them, making them new. And with the Moon card, it's venturing into the unknown. It's beautiful how this is so, like, the story is just unfolding in this way. And it makes total sense because we're starting off in this new journey in November, and then in December, we are faced with this unknown path, the Moon. We don't know, there's a lot of unknowns. I mean, it's a whole new chapter, but then the Magician is like, we're going into this, like, okay, where do I want to go from here? What is my life going to look like from here? And the Moon card is also the energy of really tuning into the divine feminine part of ourselves, which is being able to surrender to the plan, is what I'm hearing, being able to go with the flow, being able to release our control over how we think things should be or should go. So there is a message of surrender here to the flow, or even co-creating with spirit. So some of you may also be on this path of really co-creating with spirit as you're going into December. Like you're really being guided to create the next thing, or to, go on this next journey or path. And I feel like for you, Aquarius, with the Magician card, what they're telling me is that you've kind of mastered a lot of the elements. Like you have, like the Magician here, the Magician has all of the elements here, like the swords, the pentacles, the cups, the wands, has everything it needs to create what it wants to create. It's not missing anything. It's done the work. It's done everything it needed to do to acquire all the tools it needs in its toolbox to go on this journey. It's like they're showing me someone, setting out on a journey and packing their backpack with all the essentials. What is it that you're going to need to survive on this path and thrive? on this new journey. So it's like, Aquarius, you have everything you have everything you need. It's not really about learning something new. There's no pages here. This is about you creating from what you've already learned and what you already have. Okay, let's clarify the Magician and the Moon for December. Aquarius. Oh my gosh. I love how this, okay. Ace of Pentacles. Amazing. This is such a beautiful reading. So Ace of Pentacles is the beginning of stability, beginning of wealth, beginning of abundance, the beginning stages of a strong foundation, opportunities too. So you are stepping out onto a new path that is very, very abundant, and Spirit is opening that up for you. And I feel like you're trusting and you're walking down that path and you're really excited about it, but it is unknown. That's why the Moon card is there. It's just that it's a new path and it's unknown is what I'm sensing here. But I really feel like you're trusting your instincts with this. I feel like this year may bring with it it's like you're gonna be asked to be a bit courageous and to trust. So that's what I will say. I mean, you have so many beautiful things, and you have everything within you to start this new beginning, or to, experience all these beautiful things. But I feel like in some moments this year, it's gonna kind of pull out that, okay, I'm gonna have to be strong here. I'm gonna have to be brave or courageous, because there's some like choices or decisions or being discerning in certain areas as you navigate these waters of blessings. This is such a beautiful year. I'm so excited for you, Aquarius. Really something amazing to look forward to. Okay, so let's get into some oracle cards here. I have a bunch of new decks. I mean, not a bunch, just a few. So I kept feeling the energy of unicorns and horses. And so I got this unicorn deck, which is just really beautiful. But I feel like horses are also, a symbolism of freedom and running wild towards, either running wild just with this a sense of freedom in our life, and also just running really fast towards our destiny, what we want. So there's like this energy of freedom to this coming year for everybody, I feel like, but especially you, Aquarius. I mean, I'm really sensing that here. So let's look into a challenge for Aquarius. What will Aquarius be challenged with in the year of 2022? Challenge for Aquarius for the year 2022. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Awareness. Live in the moment. Be conscious of your thoughts. Look for signs and guidance. Yeah. So that's what I was saying. It's like being discerning, right? Like being discerning of who's around you, and prioritizing quality as much as you're prioritizing quantity. They're both great to have. But just, being aware, being mindful of who's around you, your thoughts, what you're kind of telling yourself, knowing that you have what it takes to overcome competition. Or setting aside those addictions and attachments, things that have held us back for so long, overcoming those things, making sure that those around us are loyal, are genuine, or that we don't push away love, that we don't turn away from things that would be good for us. So awareness, I agree. I mean, I feel like that came across several times for you in this reading, as being aware of what's around you and making sure that we're mindful of the company we keep and the opportunities we take. Okay, what can Aquarius look forward to this year in 2022? What can Aquarius look forward to in 2022? I feel like you're really going to shine this year. I feel like there's like something that you have or something that you can do that's really going to shine. Like it's going to be put on the spotlight. Like it's going to be noticed and acknowledged. Okay. Oh, I love this. Okay, so this is what you can look forward to this year, imagination. Envision a new reality, give yourself permission to dream, believe in unlimited possibilities. And they're asking me to read the message here for you. So let me read the imagination. Your imagination was once wild, free, and magical. Deep in your heart, you believed that anything was possible. Then you grew older and were told to live in the real world. You were told to take sensible action, to be responsible, and to learn facts and figures instead of dwelling in daydreams. You were led to believe that hard work was the only way to get results. This thinking cut you off from your magic and blocked you from using one of your most powerful manifesting tools. Now the winged horses call on you to soar back into the realms of your imagination and to use daydreaming as a powerful way to create your reality. Return to your childlike mind that was full of wonder and to your belief in magic and miracles. Instead of being limited by reason, allow yourself to fly high into possibilities and believe you can be, do, and have anything. If you can see it happening in your mind, it can become real in the physical. Spend time each day to powerfully dream of what you want. Let your imagination activate feelings of joy, delight, gratitude, amazement, and surprise, as if your wildest dreams have already come true. Let those feelings flood your body and stream them back to the universe. Give thanks in advance and surrender the how to the divine. This card also encourages you to go even higher with your dreams and to trust that they are closer than you think. Have patience and don't give up right before your vision manifests. Yeah, so beautiful. And I love how that just really sums up your reading. I mean, this is about you believing in yourself, believing in what you can do, believing in the impossible. It's like not even the impossible or just what you would think is impossible or what you would have always thought would have been impossible for you. Allow those restrictions. And I think that's what it is, like letting, there's a couple of cards here where you had there was overcoming a glass ceiling and, letting those restrictions go, those attachments to what we thought things were for us, like those things that keep us attached to the past. Okay, I have a couple more oracle cards here for you. So we've got Animal Totem wow, love that. There you go. Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. So I feel like this is about not dwelling on things that you thought were like a waste of time or mistakes. So I'm hearing guilt is something that you are being encouraged to let go of. So don't beat yourself up for mistakes or things from the past or things that you thought, like, how did I not see this? Or why did I spend so much time, doing this? Or if I just knew how to do that, then I would have done it like this. So let all of that go is what I'm hearing from the Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. Every experience that you had or every path that you went on taught you something valuable. It brought you to where you are right now. It made you who you are right now. And so seeing it that way will help you to let that guilt, or if you're, kind of being hard on yourself, to let that go. Have compassion. And there's a reason why we do the things that we do. We kind of take this timeline and go back and look at all those things and connect all the dots together, it would make sense why we chose certain things, and it's about being able to have that compassion towards ourselves and putting that down, putting that weight that you don't want to go into this year with a heavy weight of guilt, because you have so much beautiful things coming up for you that weight of guilt is just gonna hold you down. It's just gonna be an irritant thing to carry around with you when you have so much beautiful things opening up for you, especially on this new path. So as we're going into this next year, I feel like with the vulture spirit, spend the rest of perhaps this month or going into, the early parts of the year to, if there's any residual guilt or things that you feel like you're holding on to or baggage or things that you feel like you just can't let go, just spend that time working on letting some things go so you can enjoy your future, so you can be happy and really embrace the gifts that are coming in for you because you totally deserve them. So that's the message for vulture spirit here. Okay. I was also feeling Mother Mary's energy around quite a bit. So let's get a message from Mother Mary. What does Mother Mary have to say for Aquarius this year, 2022? Our Lady of Comfort. I feel like this is kind of saying, you're not alone and you belong and there is like a place for you. There is a path for you and that you're not forgotten. There's like an energy of being acknowledged in this card. Like we didn't forget about you, or, there is a purpose for you. There's a path for you. So feeling that sense of safety and security around that knowing will bring you something. It'll bring you that comfort that I feel like maybe some of you need. That you're not invisible, or your troubles, like your problems, your troubles, your prayers, they're not going unheard or unanswered. So I feel like there's this energy of comfort and reassurance that everything's going to be okay. Okay, one more. And I got this Rumi Oracle deck because it has this energy of love to it in all forms. So let's see what Rumi has to say for Aquarius for this year of 2022. This card has been coming up a lot lately. So 1. And again, that number 6 is also the number for the Lover's card in the tarot. So it's like, again, there's like this energy of love, and just this, and also this card is about oneness. This card is about breaking through barriers, breaking through our shields that we've put up, and allowing ourselves to kind of come out of hiding, allowing ourselves to put our walls down and embracing ourselves for who we are, embracing life for who we are, and embracing, even love, for those of us, like allowing ourselves to be in love, to fall in love, to be with love in all forms. So I feel as though there's this breaking down of any kind of protective shields and barriers that we've set up for ourselves to protect ourselves from parts of life. And I feel like that will help us to embrace a new beginning a lot easier. And it's just that light pouring through, allowing ourselves to express. Some of you may also experience a lot of opening in emotions, like releasing of emotions. So it will help to cleanse and to help you to feel lighter. But this card always comes with this energy of breaking through some walls or some barriers in order to embrace and to feel that connection that we have with each other as well. In a more universal sense, that oneness with everyone and everything. And I can also kind of feel that, some of the experiences that you may have this year as well will help you to feel or know how so many things are just connected. There may be some serendipitous moments where you'll feel like there's this plan for everything. It's like not random and not chaotic. It's just, you'll start to see how so many things are just connected and they all interlink and so synchronistic, and how everything just kind of starts to fall into place and it makes sense. And, things really you start to understand things on a different level. So there's that expansion, that opening of your third eye and of your crown, and it will help you to see things in a different light, in a different perspective. So there's rapid change and just transformation for you in a lot of different ways this year, Aquarius. So beautiful year ahead for you. I'm so excited for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope all of you have a wonderful, beautiful new year and stay safe. And I'll see you for next year. Thank you for tuning in. If this reading resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you for next year. Bye, Aquarius.